Hello. I'm aware that most people, whether they're new, whether they're existing, but still don't really have a clue. Um, I've only, I've found out about a year or so how to work out the Avon invoice, which of course many people will need to understand. So, um, I'm going to show you the ins and outs of it. So, as you can see, you will receive one of these in with your order. I'm going to cover my address. And as you can see, the two fingers is where your address will be, with your name at the top. At the bottom, you will see your account number. Along here is where your account number is, which is basically both the same. And then under the on this side, it will show you your account number and the area you're in. So I'm in area 237, which is the Matterhorn division. You'll be able to find this on the Avon Facebook Rep social group, which is the official group. And then it's the invoice itself. This is the start of it. Colouring my address again. At the top, you will see a date. That date is the invoice date. Along here is all the information you require. So, Avon's address, their number, their opening hours, and your details, which includes your account number, your area number, the campaign that we're in, and the invoice number. So if you lose this, you've always got it on your order tracking. On the next page is the overall summary of what's the whole, so in detail part, and basically this order itself. This check is basically paying off this sum down here. No, it's not. Tell a lie. This check is basically for an amount that you want to pay, but don't forget you will need to add on 57p, I believe, through the post office. However, you can also submit this for a bank, I think, since it's a check. But other than that, yeah, your recharges and with credits and everything will appear along the middle. As you can see, at the top, you will see Avon price, your cost, and you earn. The Avon price is what the customers pay. Your cost is what you pay to Avon. You earn is the money you keep from what you've for what your customers order. So basically, you don't get all the money. Avon don't get all the money. You get some of the money, and whatever Avon wants, you pay them. Usually, there is important stuff on the front, well, on the next page, and then it comes down to this, which is where you'll find all the orders that you've submitted all along here. So when you receive your order, you unbox it and make sure everything's there. If anything's missing, you go onto your account and then you go to credits and then click on replacement or credit, and there should be an option of order missing from box but charged. If you do that, they will send out replacement in your next order. And if it's for a customer that they order for what's missing, let them know that they'll receive it in the next order. You will see an items with no discount. So this is all the sales tools and everything from the first look. The first look I will show at another time, but that is for your eyes only. Credits do count, so if you submit any credits or replacements, they will appear down here. And all this is basically items that aren't available. And then you just get important reminders and the how-to guide reminders as well. And what else? There is also a list of what you've credited. So yeah, it tells you what you've credited and when the recharges will apply. And then on the back you will see labels. These are the labels that you will need if you send any products back. So these are the upside down, oops. So these are the return labels that you will need, and then there's the parcel force labels. And I will do another video on how to prepare a return and send a return back. On the bottom here, these are basically telling the customer the availability of the product, which I've actually created myself. As you can see, I've created my own just because I prefer creating my own rather than using them ones. But yeah, that is the Avon Invoice, and that is how you look at an invoice. Please remember, you've got to keep the invoices because of HMRC self-assessment and tax return. The tax returns are basically October the 31st for a paper return, and for an online return it's the 31st of January. I advise to keep a little bit of money aside for this tax return, so when every month comes by, so from April to April, I'd keep from April up to October or April to January for the money to keep aside, so that when it comes to the time that you need to pay, you've got a load of money there that you can just pay in one go. But other than that, do keep your invoices. You've got to keep them for a minimum of 6 years. But any other information you can find on the self-assessment Avon group, which is also on Facebook. Any other questions, please contact your accountant or contact HMRC for any information regarding tax returns. Because I'm not a tax accountant, and I'm only showing what an invoice is and what you are looking out for.